Okay, guys, as if I didn't say enough in part one of this dissection of Claire de Lune, I just have a few more things that I wanted to mention. Don't let a big song scare you away. If I can play a big song, you can play a big song. If you know you like a song, go for it. Learn one measure at a time. First of all, look it through and write little notations on here. I always write everything in pencil so that I can, if a lot of times I'll write down wrong or change my mind what I put on here. Like, why did I write that years ago? I'd rather have it be something else. So one of the things you want to determine is your fingering through here. And if you notice, like some of these sections that you're coming up with a bunch of notes in one hand, write down your fingerings. 5, 3, 2, 1, 4, 2, 1 is what I'm going to put. Then I don't have to recalculate that every time I come through and play here. That's what I've got written up here. I've got 2 and 3, and even though you got your key signatures at the beginning of the measures on the left here, they don't repeat it all the way through. And a lot of times you'll have accidentals and so on. If there's a note that's always tripping you up, and you're always wanting to put something else on it, if it's natural or sharp or flat and you keep playing it wrong, write it next to it anyway. If it helps remind you, just write it on there anyway. Now, I played this years ago. I don't remember why I put a 2 and a 3 on here. So I ignored those big, they wrote them real big, so it must have meant something to me back then. But I also used this little weird little symbol like this, indicating if you got a black note, I put one up higher than the other, so that it reminds me that I'm playing up high, and then I tip it the other way. Do I have that written? So, well, that one's still tipped this way. That kind of reminds me, and that goes for this one. That it's tipped that way. The black notes on the bottom. I don't have one that shows it, but like in this song now, it'll modulate from 5 flats to 4 sharps, like it modulates the sharps in here. And now I will put a big sharp sign on there, even though, as if that wasn't enough, as if this isn't enough to help me, I'm right next to it. And then I'll keep, it's all sharps up here. Remember, we're in the sharps key. And here's one where I show that how it's tipped in that direction. And I'm just looking at my markings that I've written in here. Over here, I write, these are all flats up in here. We're back to flats. Don't forget that part is flatted. And then here's more fingering. And I'll even write, like, I wrote close on here. It's real hard to, I usually write these kind of light so that I can erase and fix or change things. And I also write in the key that it is. If I have a hard time reading notes that are this far up, you got that many lines up there. Sometimes it helps if I just write down what the note is there. I don't know. Is that cheating? I don't know. Whatever gets me through and helps me as I'm reading through these things, I'll write it on there. So don't be afraid to use pencil. You can always erase it. So that's all I wanted to point out here. Yeah, close. But that helps. That's a word, that's by putting close on there, that helps remind me. And here, we got a lot of them, line, way up there. Or if you go way down low in the bass clef, I usually need some quick helps down in the lower register there too. But that's just my quick little add-on. Hopefully I've said it all that I need to say. Oh, and I wanted to point out, poor little Lang Lang with this practicing. When I was 5, I took piano lessons since I was 5. Well, not all the way through. Now I'm 65. I didn't take them all those 6 for another 60 years. No, just through high school. But when I was 5, I can remember when I was young, my mom would make me practice for half an hour, and he had to practice. And I remember being upset thinking that half hour was so long that they're in this actual piano here. In the real piano, there are my teeth marks are on this piano because I bit it. I was so mad I had to sit there for half an hour one day. Yeah, my teeny tiny little teeth marks are in this piano. But anyway, that's all I wanted to say. Have a good day.